Hello, I am Cybex author William Panek. In this video, I am going to show you how to install the Windows Server Update service. The way we're going to install WSUS is we're going to install it through Server Manager. So we're going to go ahead and click on the Server Manager icon in the lower left-hand corner. When the Server Manager dashboard appears, this is the area that allows you to configure your servers, allows you to install roles and features on your servers. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to install the WSUS role. So to do this, we're going to click Add Roles and Features, and that's going to go ahead and kick off the Add Roles and Features wizard. So on this first screen, the before you begin, you can just go ahead, you can read it, but just, most of us just go by and hit next. On the role-based or feature-based installation, or remote desktop services installation, WSUS is going to be a role-based or feature-based installation. So we're going to go ahead and just click Next. Now, this screen here allows you to select your destination server. So the server I'm going to install this to is the server that I'm currently on, which is Server A. So Server A is selected, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit Next. Now, here's where you can go through and actually start looking at different roles and features that you can install. So here's where you can install your Active Directory stuff. You can install DHCP, Hyper-V, Remote Desktop Service, Web Server, and down here on the bottom, you have Windows Server Update Service, and that's the one we're going to go ahead and choose. I'm going to click that, and the box for Add Roles and Features wizards appears, telling me that in order for WSUS to install properly and to run properly, there has to be some other features that are also installed with the role. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just say add these features, and then I'm going to click Next. At the Select Features screen, this gives you the ability to go ahead and select different features that you want. We're not going to select anything more than what we already have, so we're just going to go ahead and say Next. At the WSUS screen, the Windows Server Update Services screen, we're going to go ahead and click Next. At this screen, we're going to go ahead and just leave the two components that are checked. Since I'm installing the WID database, I can't install the regular database. If I do, I'll get an error. So here, I'll click on it. You'll see that an error will come up. It says the following feature cannot be installed on the same server. So I'm just going to say OK. So we're going to go ahead and keep just the two normal databases, and I'm going to go ahead and click Next. Where do you want to put your content that you're going to download from Microsoft? What we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just, for this demo, I'm going to grab everything just from the Microsoft website. I'm going to go ahead and uncheck the box that says Store Updates Locally. So I'm going to click Next. At this point, this is just an information screen about IAS. I'll click Next. And then it's going to ask me what other roles and services do I want to install. So I'm just going to accept the ones that it's recommending for the WSUS update. And I'll click Next. So at this point, the WSUS installation is going to begin. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video, and I'll come back as soon as it's finished. Once all the files have been installed, go ahead and click on the Close button. Now what we need to do is we need to go in and configure the WSUS. While we're still in Server Manager, you'll see on the left-hand side that on the very bottom you have WSUS now. So we'll go ahead and we'll click on that. This screen will actually tell you configuration required for the WSUS. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on the More link. That'll bring in the All Servers Task Details, and it's going to say here that there are some post-deployment configurations needed. So we're going to click on the link that says Launch Post-Installation Tasks. Now after you click the Launch Post-Installation Tasks, the system is going to automatically run. So what will happen is when it finishes, you'll actually see a complete happen. And once that gets finished, then we can go ahead and close this down, and we can go ahead and continue on. So if you look at the screen now, it's changed where it says Configuration Successfully Completed. So at that point, we can go ahead and close this server task down. So when you get back to this screen, you'll see some information. It tells you what the IP address is, Server A. It tells you that it's online. It tells you that performance counters are not started yet, when the last update happened, and this particular Windows machine has not been activated yet, so it's actually showing that it hasn't been activated yet. So we can go ahead and close this down. If I click on the Windows key now, and I go to Administrative Tools, if I scroll down, you'll actually see now that we have the Windows Server Update Service right on the Administrative Tools. In this video, I showed you how to install WSUS onto your server.